Hi, this is Zach here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Thursday the 20th of July, and it's still up and away for the S&P. We had our old target around 4360. That then came as support. That resistance line then up to 4400, which is the potential downside at the moment. More likely is the 4460 area, which was the initial July resistance. Above 4460, looking for as high as 4720 by the end of next month, which initially seemed to be a bit ridiculous, but now looks as though it could actually be on the money. Moving on to the stocks, and one of our more frequent flyers is Carvana, which is going from strength to strength at the moment. We were looking for as high as $55 once we were above 36, which was a previous target, and that was hopefully by the end of next month. It's actually happened by the end of this week. Current situation is that while we're above the previous high there around 44.60, looking for the rally to continue and maybe head as high as the next line I'm about to draw, which would obviously be quite impressive. That's heading towards the $72 area, and that should be hopefully by the end of next month if we continue like this, but only above that 44.60 zone. Onto a stock which I covered quite recently, Fubo, and here we have a resistance line target there from back in November, around $3.70, looking for that while we're above the $3 area, which hopefully we can stay above over the near term. The resistance line there, which has been broken around $2.50, so I suppose that is a stop loss ahead of a potential move to $3.60 or 70 over the next few weeks. Another stock which is on the list in terms of interesting situations is Frontier Communication, and here we're looking really for a bear trap situation, $14.70, the old support there at the beginning of last month. Above that, looking for as high as $18.60 or 70, which is basically recent resistance, so maybe there's a little trade there for technical traders. And the other point to note is the way that we've got bullish divergence, so much lower low for the end of July, but a higher RSI floor. Moving on to another stock which may be worth keeping an eye on. It's Ginkgo Bioworks, and here you can see that we've got that classic saucer-shaped turnaround. I suppose someone might call it cup and handle, but resistance line projection there up towards the $3 area. We're looking for that while we're above recent support around the $2.10 mark, which was also the resistance area back in June. Time frame on 295 as soon as the end of next month or even sooner. Looking on to the situation at Keycorp, and here we have a situation where we gap through the 50-day moving average, which is now rising, which is always a good thing to do, and looking for progress within what looks like a a rising trend channel base. Top of that channel heading for initially as high as the $14 mark, and we're looking for that by the end of next month, especially while we hold above the $10.50 area, which was resistance before the latest breakout. Another regular here coming next, and here you can see Luminar Technologies doing decent work at the moment, just breaking back above the old resistance from May. That was around the $7.40 mark, and above that we're looking ultimately for $11, maybe as soon as the end of next month. The longer we stay above the 200-day line, the better. That's around the $7 mark at the moment. Another regular coming up next in the form of Marathon Digital. Here we've made good progress in the sense that we've broken above that resistance line there from back in November. That's around the $17 mark. Above that, looking for an initial target here at 20, and then up to maybe as high as $26 by the end of next month. But the key here is holding around that $16 zone, which was resistance on the shares, or for the shares, for quite some time. Opendoor, another favorite here at the Chartbreakers, and here, although we're pulling back, the view is that while we're above the $3.75 area, we could retest $5 and then ultimately head up to $6.20 by the end of next month. Peloton is also in the frame at the moment, which may be a surprise to some. A really good recovery, a good-looking recovery with that gap through that resistance line from the beginning of the year. Rising 50 and 200-day lines as well. The initial target here, $10.50. After that, up to $12, perhaps by the end of next month. Stock which I looked at just the other day is back, Pagaya Technologies, and here you can see that obviously on the left-hand side of the chart there's a lot of drama, but we are progressing towards the top of this rising trend channel from back in November around $2.60, and that should be hit by the end of this month, perhaps even sooner. On to a stock which is also in the one of the list of regular stocks here, Recursion Pharmaceuticals, breaking through the initial July resistance around the $15 mark. Above that, looking for our target there at $17.30 by the end of this month. So doing well there. The last two are on the wrong way now. First one is Upstart, which has managed to beat all our recent targets. The first one around $30, then around $38, and then the final one around $50. Above 50, we're looking for a fresh leg to the upside, and that could be as high as $72 by the end of next month. So just a roaring situation there, and that would also go a long way to closing the gap up to $76 left from last year. So maybe the shares currently making a beeline for that while we were above the upper $50 area. Another repeat from earlier in this week is Vroom, and here you can see that shares also making good on our targets. We've hit the first target there around $2.20. Above that, looking for as high as $3.90, and a resistance line there from March last year. And hopefully we could see that by the end of next month. So looks like a rather bullish scenario for many stocks at the moment on the chart breakers. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.